It's a question I ask a lot on this channel. What sort of country do you live in if your elected government isn't able to implement the policies they deem to be good and right for your country? Because we've seen the new Dutch government come in and talk about wanting the strictest asylum policy ever, which includes opting out of EU rules. You've actually seen this described as a mini Nexit, this request, and it was only a request for a opt-out from the EU Migration Pact and opt-out from EU rules. You also saw the Hungarians come out and say they would like much the same. So that is the position of the Dutch government. And just look at how it has been received, because you've seen it basically dismissed out of hand, minister after minister across the EU insisting, including the Germans, they're insisting that the opt-out is not a good idea. The EU commissioner there saying that the Dutch request would require a treaty amendment and it's not possible according to the EU treaty, and that she said that to the Dutch. And so you've got a position here with the Dutch government, the Dutch asylum and migration minister not being able to count on support from others in the EU. Ministers in Germany, Greece, Sweden denouncing the plans. The Greek minister are apparently thinking it is not a good idea for EU member states to implement a patchwork of migration rules specific to different countries, and that instead they should all implement the EU Migration Pact as one block. Sweden there also of the position, the Swedish government, that the member states within the EU need to ensure the EU Migration Pact is efficient and works like it is intended, and that we cannot now start looking for special solutions for individual countries. So that desire, that policy, that outlook from the Dutch government, it seems pretty dead in the water. There will be no opt-out from the EU rules, and that is why Brexit, absolutely correct. You either remain in with the EU rules or you leave. And it'll be interesting to see what the response is to this from the Dutch coalition partners, the different parties in the Dutch government, and indeed Dutch voters. I will, of course, though, keep bringing you all the latest on this and much more. So please do whack this video a quick thumbs up. And of course, as ever, cheers for watching.